With my role at Lighthouse, I have really spent a lot of time trying to get an understanding of a number of the gaps that we have in the town, and transport is one of them.
So the experience of young people using public transport involves a lot of frustration. Some of the young people find that they can't get between Mooroopna and Kialla on a weekend, or that they can't get to the hospital when they need to go for an appointment or to visit someone. Some of the young people are quite adept at catching 2 to 3 buses just to get to work for 4 to 6 or to 8 hours and then get back. So they have to rely on like taxis or private transport, which isn't always feasible or reliable for them. They also find that it doesn't come very frequently, less so over the weekend and non-existent on the Sunday.
The buses are not on time. Sometimes they are leaving too early. Sometimes they're leaving too late. And as a Year 12 student, I want to be getting to school as soon as possible so I can start doing some sort of study. So when they're leaving late, it's that time that I'm missing out on studying. I found when I was working, I wanted to catch public transport home, but it was never running the times that I would finish work. And where I was working was quite a distance away from living here, so I'd have to always walk that distance, and sometimes I was just too tired, it would be too cold, sometimes I'd honestly be a bit too scared to walk home by myself.
Certainly it's not uncommon to pick up junior players, footballers, and possibly netballers as well, and get them to training or get them home after training when it's dark, and obviously it's the safest thing to do. It's not uncommon at all to even be driving down the main street of Mooroopna and just, a couple of times I've picked them up because they've been waiting at the bus stop and they've still got some time to wait.
So if you're a mum that lives up the north end of town and then you want to take your little one to a service, so at the base hospital, you catch a bus, but it's an hour and a half to get you there.
You think that it's only that length of the causeway between Shepparton and Mooroopna. It's not a very long stretch, but it proves to be such a large barrier. And I know, like, the young people that I work with, for them, I have that safety concern as well, riding their bikes or walking across the causeway or along the track there, and you don't know what could happen at any given time. There just isn't that after hours kind of transport service that you would have in other places.
The pharmacy services a large area around Shepparton and Mooroopna. We deal with clients who are on the methadone program or opioid replacement program, and a lot of them travel from Shepparton over to Mooroopna. The program is often hard to get into. A lot of pharmacies don't have a lot of vacancies for people on the methadone program, so we find a lot of people have to come from Shepparton over to Mooroopna, and transport can be an extremely big factor in making their life sort of difficult in accessing the methadone program. We're blessed to be close to Shepparton, but we're also a little bit cursed because of an inability to access those services in Shepparton timely and in an efficient way.
Mooroopna is a really strong community, but we certainly do need better options when it comes to public transport.
It definitely needs to be improved. Like, at the moment, we're basically just getting by.
I think there's real opportunity here to work together, to collaborate, partner, local, state, and that really at that grassroots level.